few years ago, I was taking a shower and the doorbell rang. Like, I had a split-second decision to make. Do I go answer the door, or do I just finish taking a shower and let the person go away? I decided to quick, rinse the shampoo out of my hair. I ran so fast out of the bathroom, I slipped and fell on the floor, but something inside me just wanted to go answer this door. And I didn't know who, I had no idea who would be knocking on my door, because I just moved into a new place and nobody knew I was even there. But something inside me just wanted me to go answer this door. So I go to the door and I open it up, and on the other side of the door is a family friend. And she was delivering something for me that I was supposed to give to my father. And it was actually a bag of persimmons. I think that's right. You guys know what those are? I didn't at the time. So she gives me this bag of persimmons, and what really struck me about this experience that I had was when she came to the door, she walks up to me smiling, like this huge smile. Like, these words are just, I'm never going to forget the words that came out of her mouth. Here, take them and enjoy them. And I could just feel this radiance, this giving spirit. And here I was at the time saying that I'm this giving guy, right? But all I was doing was thinking about myself. Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? I'm working hard, but I have nothing. And I was just whining and complaining about myself and my life instead of being like her. She was my teacher, my guru that kind of came along and shook me and woke me up again. And after that experience I had with her, I decided to be more giving. Obviously, I was having some financial issues at the time, and I was going to sell some of my belongings to make a little extra money so I can, pay the bills. And instead of selling those things, I decided, why don't I give them away? Why don't I be like this woman? If I'm such a giving person and such a trusting, spirited person, why not just do that? So I did. And the amazing thing that happened after that was all those things that I was complaining about that I didn't have started showing up in my life. I remember this time, it was a few years ago, and my fiance, who was my girlfriend at the time, wanted to go to this puppy shop. So we're looking at these puppies together. Man, this brings me back to something that's really special to me. She picked up one of the puppies, and just the way she was holding it and the smile on her face was just, I've never seen that kind of glow in her before. And that's what set me off on that path where I was like, down on myself because I knew that I could not afford to buy this dog. And it was crushing me, and that's what got me thinking about, oh, poor me, poor me. After I gave my belongings away, all these things, like the dog and all these other things that I was wanting in my life, started showing up in mysterious ways. And in fact, what I gave away was I had old video game equipment, which I wasn't using. And, video games, you can make some money off of it. It's something that does have some resale value. But instead of thinking of myself and what I can get, I thought, what can I give? But I didn't want to just give it away. I didn't want to go show up at a donation center and just drop it off because it didn't have meaning. What I did instead was I thought, well, who could really use this? And I thought of an old coworker of mine who wasn't financially that well off. And she had 3 little kids, and I've met her children. And I thought, geez, they could really use this. Like that would be something that these kids would enjoy. It had meaning, it had purpose, what I was giving to them. So I got on Facebook and I sent her a message, and I just simply said, I have some old video game equipment that I think your kids would love. Would you like it? And she said, sure, absolutely, yeah. By the way, do you know anybody who wants a dog? Because my friend can't take care of her dog anymore and it needs a good home. And Chris, like, I'm so scared because if I bring it to a shelter, they're gonna put it down. And I just thought to myself, wow. I was wanting I was wanting a dog. I wanted to give the dog to my fiance and see that glow in her face again. So this whole process of what I learned was that sometimes in life you have to give in order to receive. So next time you ever feel like you're in that vulnerable place, or you feel like you just don't have enough, or you're afraid, your bills are coming in, because they don't stop. We all know they don't stop coming in. And that sometimes it raises a fear in you. And that's okay, because we're all human. We're going to have fear. It's not going to just disappear. But what you can do is think, what can I give? And let the rest just unfold.